Hi, Deborah and Val. Hope you had a great 4th of July. Last week I mentioned that I may change one of my gurus, and this week I went ahead and changed one, a local financial planner here in Carlisle. I'm glad I did it. He offered me a new avenue with which I could find not just information, but also potentially a new avenue for finding revenue. There are a few changes to my business model canvas this week. I made a change to my value proposition based on an idea to include retail accounts. This will give my clients more diversity and a chance to maximize their returns. And the other change on the canvas centers on the idea of partnering with small mutual fund managers, or managers of small mutual funds would probably be a better way to say that. I'll discuss this more later. Prior to this week, I felt that attention and attrition would center on fund performance. If we did not make the returns we were advertised, we would lose customers. Further, our market was centered on a single account for a single person. Thus, 2 accounts for a married couple. So I began this week interviewing a new guru. I had to give him a fair amount of background as he was unfamiliar with our product and, of course, with this course. And I developed my questionnaire as I talked with him. I continued to ask where he found customers and how he got them to actually pay for his services. But we also discussed where I could find and grow customers and get increased value from the customers that I did find. Guru 5 gave me his best avenue for finding new clients, and it was different from the advice given to me previously. He's a financial planner, and so he partners and does a direct network with a lawyer and accountant. The 3 of them then team up to make sure that they can provide full client services for any of the 3 persons' clients. This is a great relationship for him because, of course, he doesn't have to do any extra outreach. And when he finds out about these new clients, he already has an idea of what this person may need. They discuss this ahead of time with the client before they give out any kind of contact information. So it's a really good idea. Now, when I asked him, well, I don't know that will be helpful for me, he brought up the idea of the small mutual funds. The idea being that I could potentially partner with different mutual funds and still not have a conflict of interest. For example, I could find a fund that focused on overseas, or I could find a fund that focused domestically or on technology or whatever it was, and just make an exclusive relationship with that type of fund. This to me was a really exciting idea, and it has a lot of potential for me. My fund, what I do, of course, centers on the S&P, which is very diverse, so it still doesn't go often. It probably will not go outside the niche of these various fund managers. So I think that this could be very, very useful and hopefully somewhat lucrative. Attrition-wise, the gurus told me that fundamentally that they lose attrition for the reasons that one might expect. Failing to meet metrics is one, a change in the parent company for the affiliated managers, personality conflicts. Sometimes if there is if one of their clients dies, the heirs are not interested in maintaining a financial relationship. And since financial planners are often with older clients, that isn't that rare. But fundamentally, it boils down to communication. I was surprised at how many customers stay when target metrics are not met, just because the financial planner is forthright and outgoing, reaches out and lets them know what's going on with their account. One of my gurus pointed out that the clients expect them to know more. So when they come forth and tell them why something didn't work, they generally believe them. And although they're unhappy they lost money, they're not necessarily unhappy with their client, or sorry, with their financial planner. They don't really do incentive programs, and none of the 5 do incentive programs. They just try to stay in contact, do Christmas cards, the kind of things that we see currently from our financial planners. For growth in my business, currently I was focusing on just IRAs because the account balance rules for trading options in IRAs is different from retail accounts. But as we grow, we could possibly expand to retail accounts and then expand outside just the S&P. We could either hire people or become experts ourselves on the different funds that are traded electronically the same way that the S&P is, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ being the most obvious. As always, I need to keep trading. I will stay in the S&P for now, but I need to keep trading and documenting my results. That continues to go well, so that is working out well, which is a good thing. And then I want to move on and find a mutual fund manager who will talk to me about how he or she does his job and how they recruit people outside of getting referrals from financial planners. Obviously, that's their main target, but I want to know what they do outside of that, because that, I think, might be more in alignment with what I'm trying to do. So I'm looking forward to that. If that relationship works out, it could be a whole new relationship customer for me, as well as a whole new revenue stream. All right, that's it for this week. Talk to you next time. Bye.